In 2011, my company Enkia built Korean government cloud service named G-Cloud using our cloud management platform. And after then, we developed new functions for G-Cloud every year. Now, I am here to share the story of my experience implementing Korean government cloud service. A few months ago, Republic of Korea won the first prize in global e-government ranking. That prize awarded every second year by United Nations. For Korea, this is three times consecutive first place winner in 2010, 2012, and 2014. I'm sure in the basis of this prize there is NCIA, the National Computing and Information Agency, is the first government data center. Since 2000s, there have been about from 38 to 45 central organizations and ministries in Korean government. Before NCIA, all of the central organizations and ministries had their own data centers. Some data centers were as big as 1,000 servers. Some data centers were small as under 50 servers. In early 2000s, Korean government thought that situation would cause more national expense and very anti-effective. So the president in 2003 decided, So the president in 2003 decided to establish government data centers and integrate IT systems across each government, central organizations, and ministries. Now, in 2014, NCIA operates and manages over 20,000 of servers and 1,230 public administration services for 42 central organizations and ministries. NCIA consists of two data centers, Daejeon and Gwangju. The two data centers are located far 150 kilometers from each other, and they are mutually backup center for each other. After the establishment of NCIA, there were very remarkable performance. Monthly average outage time for systems were minimized to 3.04 seconds. IT systems availability reaches to 6 sigma. According to this story, I am sure that 3 times consecutive first place winner is because of NCIA. In December of 2009, Korean government made another significant decision since the decision of establishing NCIA. They made a cloud computing promoting plan and decided to transform NCIA to cloud data center. According to the plan, they made a vision of global cloud top player by 2016. Well, as you know, this year is 2014, and there are only 2 years left to 2016. And I do not justice the vision is making up or not now. However, in the plan, there are 3 tasks. The first is nurturing cloud data center and mobile cloud. The second task is improvement of national IT information feasibility. They presume the cloud can make $300 million savings. The rest and the third task is achieving 15% in cloud service rate by 2015. As the result of a government plan, NCIA designed their own cloud service named G-Cloud. As you know, G of G-Cloud is government. G-Cloud consists of infrastructure, platform, and services. NCIA defined G-Cloud like this: technologies and services for providing co-utilized resources, to support the central government organizations' e-government services. Service agility and resource sharing, management automation, and the technology standardization is the featuring keyword of G-Cloud. NCIA wants the G-Cloud will be a world top class, which is leading #1 e-government service. And they set the 3 objectives. They called 6-5-4 plan. 6 means that 60% of legacy services will be migrated to the cloud. 5 is that they will use open source software more than 50%. 4 means that as a result of the adoption of the cloud service and using open source software, NCIA will reduce the operation cost about 40%. NCIA's next year budget is $257 million US. It is 5% of whole nation's IT budget, the $5.1 billion US. To realize their vision and objectives, they set 4 strategies as like you see in the slide. Current status of G-Cloud services is mostly IaaS. For their customer, the central government organizations, NCIA provides virtual machines and software stacks and virtual networks and other various services. In some cases, the customer of NCIA is using PaaS service of G-Cloud. To be frankly, I cannot speak many of the Korean government organizations use PaaS service of the NCIA, but more customers are choosing the PaaS of NCIA. G-Cloud made in 2011. At the first year, there was only one hypervisor, RHEV, on x86 servers. From the beginning, G-Cloud added the supporting list of the hypervisors. In the last year, NCIA provided 4 hypervisors, RHEV, VMware, and HP VM of HP, and Power VM of IBM. In the end of this year, NCIA will serve Oracle VM of Oracle. Moreover, NCIA added and developed their service list, as you can see in this slide. In the next 2 years, NCIA will open mobile cloud platform service and private-public collaboration system. It means NCIA will connect the G-Cloud to the public cloud service provider, such like Amazon or MS Azure. This is the future model of G-Cloud. Present NCIA is an infrastructure integrator. In the near future, NCIA wants to be a real service provider. Nowadays, NCIA can handle only hardware. All of the authorities for applications and services are under the customers. The difference of the authorities caused many difficult problems. In some cases, a customer released a new version of an application without an official notification to NCIA. After the release, there happened a system down. NCIA cannot find the cause of the port. Even they cannot change it. They cannot know the changes and even cannot trace the changes. NCIA think that the situation will be different in cloud environment, especially if the customers use IaaS, PaaS besides SaaS of G-Cloud. NCIA believe that the problem from the difference of authorities will be banished. So G-Cloud is the core engine of NCIA's dream. On the slide, there are the infrastructure of G-Cloud and NCIA's cloud adoption policy. According to the policy, generally, newly developed service should be installed on the G-Cloud, especially on our x86 servers. As also, web and WAS and small medium service is x86. Unix of G-Cloud is for DBMS and large-scale service. And for the existing service on the Unix can adapt it to on Unix. Here is the system architecture of G-Cloud. There are 8 virtual data centers, RHEB, VMware, HP, and IBM. In the public administration network zone and internet zone, Korean government organizations should have 2 separated networks for security reasons. The one is for the internal business, and another is for the citizens' access. So G-Cloud has 2 separated networks too. Additionally, G-Cloud has management network zone for their access to both of the networks. And the G-Cloud management systems named GCMS is located in the management network zone. GCMS is a very special platform. GCMS can control multi-hypervisors at a single screen and with their same user interfaces. Until this year, RHEB and VMware on the x86 servers, HPUX on the HP Unix servers, Power VM of IBM on the IBM AIX servers. In the end of this year, Oracle VM and Gen Desktop and KVM VDI will be added. Next 2 years, NCI has planned to connect G-Cloud to the public cloud service. Amazon and MS Azure is a candidate. Here is 2 questions. Why they use multi-hypervisors, and why they want to connect to the public cloud service providers. As I mentioned before, NCIA is the government data center for over 40 central government organizations and for over 1,200 e-government services. Some customers prefer Unix to x86 servers. Some customers prefer x86 to Unix. And some applications and services is built on the Unix and need necessarily Unix hardware. As a result, NCIA designed the G-Cloud as a multi-hypervisor platform inevitably. Then, NCIA wants to reply for the sudden requirements of the customers, but they have a limited budget from the government. So they cannot have more sufficient system resources enough. Therefore, they want to make a link to a public cloud service. Next slide is the standard software stack of G-Cloud for Windows, Linux, AIX, and HPUX. Let's refer this after my presentation. Here I show you an example process to use G-Cloud. Regardless of hypervisors, all of the customers in the government organizations can meet the answer in GCMS portal. Wherever hypervisor their service is built on, the customers only to access the same portal, only to request their requirements at the same process in the same user interface environment. Most of the process will be processed in the GCMS. Customers can monitor how their requirements is processed in their GCMS portal. And then I will show you a video clip. Zeus is my company, NKR's product. Same with G-Cloud. G-Cloud built on Zeus. For the security reason, I cannot show the real GCMS, but the UI is the same with GCMS. Selector. Select the first information, require the information on this wizard step, and input VM spec and select others. Input the information of the VM and check the request information. And then submit. Then the administrators approve the requirements. Yeah, check the request of creating VM and check the request information. Then the conditions are okay and approved. The next step is really create the VM. Yeah, push the create VM button, and then the GCMS make a new VM. After the creation of the VM, the customer can reach to his new VM as you write this and other operation and management jobs. In the next slide, I show you the metering standard. NCI wants to know exactly a service or customer use how much resources. As you know, NCI is another profit standard organization, and they don't need to billing. The purpose of the metering is just for capacity planning. NCIA wants to make a resource plan and budgets on the metering result. G-Cloud has more advanced security system. Before G-Cloud, NCIA has already 8-layer defense system and 4 type of analysis system for the security. After G-Cloud, they added more security systems: cloud firewall, cloud web application firewall, and lastly, virtual machine firewall. And as I mentioned before, NCI wants to be a whole service provider. So they prepare the development support environment. They want more customers choose NCIA's development support environment. Now you are looking very important slide. GCM is not an independable system. GCMS has very close relationship with many other management systems. Most of all, NTOPS and SMS are the most important related systems. NTOPS, National Total Operating Platform System, is NCIA's ITSM system. All of the customers' request and the operation and management job should pass by NTOPS. For example, request new VM and more system resources, change IP or change hostname, etc. So and as you know, in cloud there are many changes automatically. So NCIA made the changes by GCMS will be shared to NTOPS and SMS at the same time automatically. As a result, NCIA can maintain their CMDB synchronous and can monitor properly. Next 3 slides are service catalog of G-Cloud. Here, virtual machines name and hardware type and software types, and their standard specification of software stack and hardware stack. The category is Windows type and Unix type. Yeah, the rest slide. First, Zeus of my company and Kia Corporation's product is a platform system of G-Cloud. At least, as I know, Zeus is the most powerful multi-hypervisor cloud management portal. As you can see in the slide, Zeus can control almost of all existing hypervisor at a single screen and with the same user interface. Lastly, Zeus is the winner of President Prize in the 14th Korean Software Award in last year. Thank you for hearing my presentations. And if you have some questions, any needs, don't hesitate to contact to me by email on the slide, wjin@nkia.co.kr. Yeah, have a good time in this conference and show, and I wish you meet a new inspiration. Thank you.